Hi, this is FixStop POS, and today we're going to go ahead and show you how to use our POS screen, which includes two steps. The first one would be creating a basic order, which basically means taking in the customer's information and what service that they're getting done and get them in the system. The second would be an advanced order. With advanced order, it would basically be going through all the features that your POS can handle, and we'll go through them one by one. So for a basic order, when a customer comes in, you can take their name or phone number and type it into the system. And when you type it in, if they're an existing customer, you can just press enter. And what services are they getting done? Cracked iPhone, getting iPhone X cracked glass. Save. That's it. They're entered into the system. You can print the receipt and check them out if you're ready to check them out. And to check out, we're just gonna go check out. Payment method, let's stick with cash. They're paying $150 cash, process payment. And that's it. The order is done and the customer is entered in the system and everything is processed. So within 30 seconds you can in and out for the customer. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into creating another order, and we'll go through all the features that are included in the system. Okay, so first we'll start with the customer. When the customer comes in, of course, like we did before, we're gonna go ahead and type in the phone number. Nothing pulled up, that means they are not in your system. We're gonna go ahead and click add new customer. You decide how much information you'd like to take from the customer. For now, we're gonna go ahead and take the first name and last name. We're gonna skip everything else. Phone number, we're gonna take a phone number and an email. Create customer. The customer has been created. That's all you need for the customer. Now the next step would be the services. What service are they getting done? With our POS, it's preloaded with all the major repairs for the major devices. So you can simply type in iPhone X, or let's say iPhone 13, cracked screen or whatnot. You can go ahead and type it, or you can use the product catalog. If we click on that, we can go service and repairs, cell phone repair, iPhone. Let's go with an iPhone 11. And these are all the services you offer. Of course, you can change that in the back end. Let's go with an iPhone 11 cracked glass. Okay, so we've selected the service, and let's say they want to also get their iPhone 11 battery replaced as well. So battery. So we've created the services, we've created the customer. I'm gonna go ahead and save it. So once the order is saved, there is the prices, how to edit your prices. Of course, when you get customers walking in and they try to price match, or you're trying to secure the sale and you offer them some kind of discount, let's say $10, all you have to do is come on here and change the price, and it will update it right here. You do not have to go through any other steps. That's it. The price is updated, and it will show on the receipt that they got the $10 discount once you print the receipt. Taxes, if there's any reason the service is not taxed, you can change it to 0, and then it will update it. Let's say they brought their own parts or whatnot, depending on your state. You can change it, and if you do that by mistake and you want to change the tax, you do not have to recalculate the tax. Just put in any amount and it will fix it to the current tax rate. The customer's information is up here. You can change the information if you'd like, if you made a mistake with anything, and that's it. We'll click save again. Okay, the next step is, since the customer came in, there's the I quoted feature. With this one, once you click it, it will ask you to enter what times you provided the customer. So in this scenario, we clicked it for the iPhone 11 screen. I'm gonna go quoted. We're gonna leave receive parts 0 because we have the screen in stock and we told them 2 hours for the repair. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 hours. The iPhone 11 battery, I'm gonna go ahead and click. We do not have the battery in stock, so we told them it's gonna take, let's say, 5 days for the part to come in, and once the part arrives, 2 hours for the repair. Quote approved. So once that's set, as you can see, it shows quoted and approved. If I refresh the page, it will leave notes on the order showing what estimates you provided the customer, and that way you and the customer and everyone working at your center knows what the customer is expecting from you. The next feature are the customer devices. As you can see here, it shows devices 0. So you can create devices for each specific customer of yours, and they will stay attached to that customer. So what I'm going to do is click add new device. Since we're fixing their iPhone 11, I'm going to go cell phone, iPhone 11. What color is it? Let's say it's a red iPhone 11. Model number. You can take whatever information you'd like and save device to customer. So the device has been created to the customer. As you can see, devices is 1. Now what this does is, first of all, it keeps track of the devices that are in your store, and second, you can attach services to that device. So since these 2 services are for the same iPhone, we're gonna go ahead and click that click to assign a device, and this will list the customer's devices. I'm gonna click iPhone 11, and I'll do the same thing for the iPhone 11 battery. So what that did is assign these 2 services for the iPhone 11 for the customer. So if you go to the customer's devices right here and click on history, this will basically run a report of all the repairs that have been done on this phone by your company. So it will be very useful as the customer returns and as the customer gets more devices on their account. Now with that said, once you create a device, if you notice here, there's A-01. This got added once we assigned the device, and all what this does is, if we click on it, you can set devices, you can set locations in your store and assign them tags or names or labels or whatnot. For this demo, we have A-01, A-02, and you can store that device in that location in your store. So I'm going to go ahead and click here to create new locations. So basically how it works is you create a location name, and since we're going with A's, we can create a B location. Let's say B02. And the location, you can decide what it fits. So if that location only fits phones, you can check only phones, or if only fits phones and tablets, and you can create a location. With that feature, it will automatically assign a location for that device based on what you configured. This way, anytime you're looking for a device, anyone actually in the store looking for a device, they just pull up this order and they can see where the device is at. And you don't have to go looking for the device around the store. Now with notes, you can leave notes in regards to each service, and all you have to do is hover over to the notes section and leave notes. Or whatever you would like, you can leave notes for the customer. Call them once. Drop it. You can leave notes on the order, and there's the order log. The order log basically shows a whole history of everything that's happened with the order from the time it was created to the product or services added and whatever notes you've left. And with the notes, there is a special instruction up top. If you click on the special instruction, you can leave specific notes. Make sure customer pays for. And this will leave it on the order. Anyone that opens the order will see it. Man, you can't miss it. It's right there. Okay, so the next feature we're gonna go over is the status, and this is plays a major role in organizing your POS. So the status, there's a status and there's a location. With location, it's straightforward. You have is the device in the store, is it with the customer, or is it outsourced? So we're gonna go ahead and select store. The status, if we click on it, you have a lot of statuses on here. Repairing would basically mean the device is being worked on, whether it's diagnosed or whatever the case may be, it's under repairing. Ready, once the device is ready for pickup, or once you finish the repair, you can mark it as ready. Completed, when the order is completed and paid for, it will automatically switch it to completed, or you can manually do that. Needs parts, which will do that for this one. We're gonna mark this as needs parts since we need to order the part for it, for the battery. Let's see, needs review, if something needs to be reviewed by like a manager or whatnot. Needs to be called if the customer has to be called. Waiting on customer, of course, if we're waiting on a customer to give us an update. Once you order parts, which we'll show you on the bottom one, we switch it to waiting on parts. Emergency and problem, that's again very similar to needs review, and that's for the manager to take care of. So this one, we're gonna set it to repairing, and we're gonna go ahead and press save. Right before I press save, if you look up here, this is the notification bar. This has all the major statuses on there. If it's lit up, that means there's work needs to be done. This icon is for stuff that are under repairing. This is the waiting on parts. This is needs parts. So we're gonna go ahead and save the order. And every time you change the status, the POS will remind you to leave notes, because without notes, people will get lost. Did we leave enough notes on there earlier? Let's just to be safe. Or customer 2 hours. Need to order battery. So this will leave notes under this service and this service. I'm going to go ahead and continue. And as you can see, I left the notes on there. And if we look up in the notification bar, the needs parts lit up. Why did it light up? Because if we click on it, this shows you basically everything that is under needs parts. And we marked this iPhone 11 battery needs parts, and it was due for today, so it will light up. If we go under repairing, and remember earlier how we provided the time for the repair, it will show you on here. So as you can see, when the technician comes in and they're like, what should I work on? You have 2 hours left on this, you have 5 hours left on this, etc. So we know this is a priority. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on it, which will take me back to the same order we've been working on. Now on the needs parts, let's say manager came in and they checked this list, iPhone 11 battery, they clicked on it. Okay, perfect. I ordered the battery. I'm gonna go ahead and change it to waiting on parts and click save. I ordered the battery. And if we go to waiting on parts, which is this icon right here, as you can see, the iPhone 11 battery is right here, and we provided the ETA to the customer 5 days, so we have 5 days to get the battery in. I'm going to go ahead and click back to the same order again. Now once the repair is done, we're gonna go ahead and click the I fixed it. With I fixed it, it will leave in the notes what the technician tested. Let's say we tested the battery or face and touchscreen. That's all we tested. Did we clean or charge the device? It took me 20 minutes to fix this. Update. And if we refresh the page, you will see here that this has been repaired in 20 minutes by the tech, and this was tested and the device was cleaned and charged. We'll go ahead and stop here for the statuses. Last thing I'm going to do is mark it needs to be called before we stop, and save it. Why are we switching the status? Because it's ready for pickup. Okay, so the last step would be the communication. How do you get in touch with the customer? And what we'll do here is you have three options. You can contact them via email, text, or call from within the POS. Of course, you can do your own way of contacting them however you'd like. Now, using the POS, the first option would be, we'll go through them, email. There are preset emails that you can use, but I'm going to go with custom email. Your phone is ready for pickup. And send the email. This will go through the system and it will email them with whatever we wrote. The email can be assigned to a specific service if you'd like, or just don't assign it to a service. I'm going to just assign it to the iPhone 11 service and click update. And you can see here custom email was sent, and that's what we said. Now let's go, the second option would be texting. I'm gonna just hover over text. There are pre-filled ones, call us, ready, or whatever it may be. So we're gonna go ahead and send that your device is ready for pickup. Stop by to pick up your device. You can easily come in here and change whatever you'd like in there, and then click send text. Assign, we're gonna assign the text to the same service. And look, text message sent to this number, and this is what we sent them in the text. And the last option will be the call. And before we do the call, if the customer replies back to your text message, it will actually pull up on the system. And I'm gonna go ahead and just do a quick if I refresh the order, this right here is the flashing. This is your tasks. This has missed calls, text messages, and any reminders and whatnot. I'm gonna go ahead and click it, and it shows that we got a text message from this number, and the message says thanks. So we can mark it as done if you want, or you can assign it to an order. So if we click assign to an order, it will pull up any orders that are in your system for that phone number. And in this case, there's one order. I'm going to click assign and assign to order. If we go back to the order, we had it marked as needs to be called. So this is the needs to be called. If we go back to the order, as you can see here, we got a message and it said thanks. So customer replied, and it's all in this note. Everything is logged for you. The last feature would be the call, if you want to call the customer. So if we click call, what this will basically do is call the customer through the POS, and then it will call your store number or your cell phone, however you have it configured, and it will connect you with the customer. Once connected, you speak with the customer and you tell them whatever you'd like, and here you can update the system. Did the customer answer? Yes or no, or left voicemail? Yes. Told them phone is ready for pickup. They will pick it up. And we're gonna assign it again to the same. And as you can see here, we called the customer at this time and the customer answered, and this is what we told them. So everything is logged on here. So since we called the customer, I can go ahead and change the status from needs to be called to ready. You do not have to switch it to needs to be called to call the customer. It's just in case you're busy and you forget to do it on the spot, it's good to mark it needs to be called just so you do not forget. I'm going to switch it to ready. Reason, no need to leave a note. We've already left enough notes. Okay, so it's ready for pickup. When the customer comes in, I'm going to go to a new order. When a customer comes in, you probably do not have their order pulled up. All you have to do is get their phone number. It will pull up their name, and right here it will show you customer has open orders. We'll just click it. It will open up their order, and the customer wants to pay. We're going to go ahead and click checkout, and you can pay with cash or FixStop integrated terminal, check, or other. You can use other if you're using your own credit card machine or anything like that. So for now, we're going to go ahead and click cash. Now there have two services, so if they want to do only pay for the screen for now, this is how you can do a split payment. The total is $236, but for today they're just going to pay $130. So I'll put $130 up here. I'm going to process the payment. And once the payment is processed, if we go back to the order, we can see that it's partially paid. They paid $130, and if we look at the order log, we can see that they paid $130. So I'm going to go ahead and do the final change on the order. I'm going to switch the iPhone 11 to complete a screen, to complete it, customer. And the iPhone 11 is still waiting on parts and location since the customer picked up the phone customer. And click save. And that's it. The order is done, and I can go ahead and remove the special instructions since they picked up. Okay, so now the order is still open since we're waiting on parts for this, but this is completed and it's done. And that's it. So I'll go ahead and just create another order, which would have the advanced, all the stuff that we've done, and we'll just do it super quick just to show you how easy it is to use all the features while keeping your service time quick. So we come in here, I'm going to go ahead and create a new customer. Create customer, and they're getting an iPhone 12 cracked screen and also the back. And I decide to give them a discount on the back. I'm going to go ahead and save. Repairing store. I'm going to do the quote. I quoted them. Since we're doing both of the repairs at the same time, I quoted 6 hours for both of them. 6 hours. And device, iPhone 12. We're going to create the device and assign it. And that's it. We can print the tickets and whatnot, and the order is set. This is a quick summary of the POS screen and all the features you can use with it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Otherwise, thanks for watching.